Sit back, relax, and enjoy listening. RK sits on his hospital bed, watching the TV screen intently. On it, SV is angrily storming out of her press conference with a bleeding hand. His face reflects deep concern, knowing SV's stubborn nature. She never lets anyone treat her wound, nor does she take care of it herself. As he starts to get up from his bed, Jill notices and immediately intervenes. "Hey brother, where are you going? You still need rest. You're not well," Jill says, holding RK back. "I know, Jill, but I need to go." "She is." RK tries to stand. "Why are you worried about her, brother? She's the one who put you through so much trouble just a few days ago. And you're still not well right now," Jill says firmly. "Jill, I need to go. You know she saved me, risking her life, and now she's getting hurt because of me. RK insists, urgency in his voice. "It's not because of you, brother. It's just that she's hyperreactive. That's her problem, not yours. And why do you even care?" Jill interrupts. "She might have saved your life, but who knows her secret intentions? For all we know, she might have been behind all this from the start. Or maybe she did this all for publicity," Jill adds with suspicion. "I understand your concern, brother, but I don't feel the same way I did 7 hours ago. I just can't see her the same way anymore. I don't know. Why would she go to all this trouble just to kill me? If that was her goal, she had plenty of other, better ways without risking her own life. And if it was about publicity, why would she leave when she had the perfect chance to bask in the media's attention?" RK pauses for a moment, thinking. "Then what about that reporter, brother? Is it justified now what she did to him? Are you forgetting that?" Jill challenges. "I don't know, Jill, I just don't know. I know she hasn't suddenly become a good person by making so many lives miserable, and then saving one. But please let me go this time. I need to," RK says, frustration turning inward as he struggles to make sense of his own emotion. As RK is about to leave, Jill grabs his arm, stopping him once more. "And you think she'll let you treat her wound?" Jill asks. RK hesitates, thinking for a second. "I don't know, brother, but I have to try," RK says, determined. He gently but firmly removes Jill's hand and leaves the room, leaving Jill alone, concerned and confused. SV, furious and burning with rage, enters her office and slams the door shut, locking it behind her. The pain in her bleeding hand is nothing compared to the fire raging inside her. Outside, her manager knocks frantically on the door, his voice full of worry. "Ma'am, please open the door. Your hand is bleeding badly. We need to treat it immediately," he pleads, knocking persistently. SV's patience snaps. The incessant knocking only fuels her anger further. She abruptly unlocks the door, her face a mask of fury, and storms past her manager, ignoring his pleas. She grabs her car keys and heads towards the parking lot. "Ma'am, please, you need to take care of your wound. It's bleeding too much," her manager calls out desperately. SV ignores him completely, her anger pushing her to the brink. She gets into her car and starts the engine, roaring out of the parking lot at a dangerously high speed, leaving her manager behind. The manager quickly runs back to grab his car keys and chases after her in his own car. As RK enters the parking lot of Imperial, he sees 2 cars racing at full speed. He recognizes SV's car, and its speed confirms that she is the one driving it. Without hesitation, he decides to follow. The car chase ends at a small, secluded house far away from the bustling city. As the manager steps out of his car, RK watches from a distance. The manager, now visibly worried, approaches the door and begins knocking, his voice pleading. "Ma'am, please listen to me. Your hand is bleeding badly. We need to treat it immediately," he says, knocking softly. RK watches closely, still in his car and hidden. He doesn't go near the house or try to explain. He knows he is the last person SV wants to see on Earth. He doesn't understand himself why he is even trying, why he came in the first place. But something inside him won't let him leave. Not before making sure she's alright and won't hurt herself. As the manager knocks again, his phone rings. He quickly glances at the caller ID and answers it, his tone respectful. "Yes, ma'am. Yes, she's fine, she's..." He glances at the door, she's inside. The caller insists on speaking to SV, and the manager relays the message through the door. "Ma'am wants to speak to you," he says. Upon hearing this, SV abruptly opens the door, surprising RK, who watches from his hiding spot. He wonders who is on the call. Why did she open the door so easily for them, yet let her manager nearly die knocking? SV grabs the phone from the manager and walks back inside, continuing the conversation in a calmer tone. RK, unable to see what's happening inside, gets out of his car and finds a window to peek through while trying to stay hidden. Inside the house. Yes, I'm all right. There's nothing to worry about, SV says on the phone, trying to reassure. Just seconds ago, she was burning with anger, filled with fire, but now like a switch flipped, it's soft, warm, the kind of soft that never hurt anyone. And RK, he freezes. He hears it, that softness in her voice, and for a moment he doesn't recognize her. 'Cause the world never heard her in this tone. Neither did he. Who is she talking to? Who can make her change like that? So calm. So kind. RK wonders, shaken. How can someone carry such storms in one breath and sunshine in the next? As she speaks, she signals to her manager to treat her wound. The manager quickly and quietly tends to her hand while SV remains on the phone. No need to come. I'm fine, trust me. Please, she continues. RK watches this exchange from his hiding spot, shocked. He's taken aback by how SV, who seemed so uncontrollable moments ago, is now calm and compliant with the person on the other end of the call. He wonders who this person is, someone with such influence over SV. After a while, the call ends. I want everything shut down. No flights, no cars, no buses, no transportation of any kind for the next 2 days in the whole country, SV says. Okay. The manager replies hesitantly. Why does she do that? Locking transportation for the whole 2 days. Does she really have the power to do that? RK mutters, stunned by her authority and confused by the situation. As RK is lost in thought, he hears footsteps. The manager exits, closing the door behind him as SV ordered. RK stops the manager before he gets to his car. How is she? Why do you look so worried? You treated her wound properly, right? He asks. The manager sighs. RK, sir, what are you doing here? You know she won't. I know, and I'm sorry to show up like this, but I can't stop myself, RK says. Knowing she's hurting because of me. Can you please tell me, is she okay? Did the bleeding stop? Did you treat her wound properly? He asks with urgency. The manager, shocked by the genuine concern in RK's eyes, replies in a softer tone. I did, but her anger hasn't subsided. She's definitely going to hurt herself again. But why does she do that? What kind of person is she? RK says, frustrated. I don't understand why she won't listen to anyone. She does listen, the manager says quietly, but only to one person, and she made sure that person can't be here. RK furrows his brows. What? Who is that? Is it the same person who was on the call a moment ago? He asks, confused. Yes, it's her mom, the manager explains. She only listens to her. She lets me touch her hand to treat the wound, because her mom asks if she's okay. So she lets me treat it, because she says yes, and she won't lie to her mother. She needs to make sure she's really fine, if she says so. And isn't her mom living with her? RK asks. No, she lives in the countryside, the manager replies. She comes sometimes to spend time with SV. RK processes this, then says, so according to what you just said, she's going to hurt herself, and her mom is the only one who can stop her. Then her mom should be here right now. Why can't we just call her and explain this? We can't do that. If SV finds out, then the manager trails off. And even if we call, there's no way she can come through. SV already ceased all the buses, flights, and every means of transport that connects the countryside to here. A 2-day lockdown of the whole country starts tomorrow morning. So not possible. But why is she doing this much just to keep her mother away? RK asks, determined. The manager looks down. Because her mother gets worried if she sees SV in this condition, and might get hurt as well. SV can be ruthless and careless to the world, but for her mother, she can't stand even a drop of pain. She can turn the world upside down for her mom. But she should be here. That's the conclusion, RK insists. Yes, but unfortunately, we can't do that, the manager replies. SV closed all possible ways. She knows her mom might come to check on her. RK suddenly thinks of something. No. There's always a way. You said she blocked all public transport connecting the countryside, but she didn't ban private means of transport. That's available until morning, right? The manager blinks. Hopefully, you're not thinking of going by car. A private jet or helicopter can't land there, and it's 500 to 600 kilometers away. Even if you drive at 120 kilometers per hour, which is the highway limit, and go straight without brakes, it'll take you around 5 hours one way. It's 6:30 p.m. now. The lockdown begins at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That gives you roughly 12 hours. And her mom doesn't know you. How can you convince her to come with you? He questions. That's my problem. I'll get her here anyway, RK says. Just tell me where exactly she is. The manager sighs. All right, RK, but you must understand, you're risking a lot. If SV finds out, I already lost something. RK says quietly, I don't know what's left to protect. I have to try. Please tell me where exactly she is, he pleads. The manager, realizing the determination in RK's eyes, reluctantly agrees and gives him the information. RK quickly starts planning his mission, knowing that time is of the essence. He has to bring SV's mother to her, no matter the cost. SV storms into her private gym, her blood boiling with rage. She's still furious from the press conference and her manager's persistent knocking on her office door earlier. Her hand throbs from the injury she inflicted upon herself, but she barely notices the pain. Her mind is consumed by the anger burning inside her. The sound of her fists hitting the bag echoes through the empty gym. With every strike, her mind replays the events of the day. The reporters, the questions, the bleeding hand, the helplessness of those around her. She hits harder and harder, her fury mounting with each passing second. Finally, with one final, powerful blow, the punching bag gives way, tearing at the seams and crashing to the ground. Breathing heavily, SV stands over the broken bag, her hands shaking from the exertion. But instead of relief, all she feels is emptiness. She sinks to the floor, her legs folding beneath her, and stares blankly at the destroyed punching bag. Back to the present. The fire in the old city building rages through the whole evening. It's still burning, merciless and unstoppable, devouring everything in its path. It's a force of nature, a powerful entity that seems to revel in its own destruction. Then, unexpectedly, the heavens open, and rain begins to fall. At first, it's a light drizzle, but soon, it turns into a torrential downpour. The rain pours down in sheets, relentless and determined, as if trying to ease the fire's long-held pain, even if it means burning itself in the process. SV's outside City House. A sky opens up, and rain begins to pour down outside. The sound of it hitting the windows mixes with the muffled thud of her heartbeat. SV's mind starts replaying the moment, the fire, the building, and him. Meanwhile, RK is speeding down the highway, determined to reach SV's mother before it's too late. As he drives, the rain begins to fall, slowly at first, then heavier. The storm that's been brewing all day finally breaks, drenching the world around him. His mind plays the whole chaotic day on loop. He remembers every exact detail. The moment he saw her eyes in the smoke, unmistakable, for the first time without her glasses. And for a second, it looked like someone who cared for him. Someone who wanted to save him, even if it meant risking her own life. Something in her eyes. RK thinks to himself, who are you, SV? Who? Why do you have to be so mysterious, like you can hold the world in fire? The same world you tried to destroy hours ago. Why did you do that to me? I can't think of you now the way I used to. I can't stand against you like I want to. And with that, the chaos continues to play. RK doesn't slow down. He pushes the accelerator harder. He has to make it back in time.